Good evening, and thank you for joining us. On tonight's episode, we'll be talking about young Winston, a mullet that grew up too fast. He's always dreamt of space, but was it just a dream, or is it his destiny?
5 years ago, a single hair grew on a man's head. And in that moment, the solar winds changed. The sun crested over Uranus, and the prophecy was born. The hair grew and grew and grew, forming a symbiotic relationship with its human host, a young man named Chris Mackey. Chris nurtured the hair, teased it, conditioned it, and ultimately trained it for its life purpose. Saving planet Earth.
Winston, I've known him for a long time. He was probably in grade 10. Really active, and always huge aspirations in life. He's old now, he doesn't really live in human years.
Who's Winston? Sorry, who are we talking about? Who's Winston?
You've met Winston before. We've talked about Winston on the show.
Winston.
Sending Winston to space. You met Winston, I know, up at Tall Tree last year. Can't Stop the Awesome fundraiser. He's the guy at the bar with all the ladies around.
Okay.
Winston.
Okay, Winston.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, Winston's always wanted to go to space. He told me since the first day I met him. And now
Wait a
here
minute,
we
I'm
are.
sorry, I don't know who... I don't remember Winston. Who is
Winston's the mullet, dude.
it? The mullet.
Yes, Winston.
We're talking about hair here.
Sorry. Yes. Sending the mullet to space.
You want to send hair to space?
I was told that if we send the mullet to space, Pluto will become a planet again.
Hair does not belong in space, man.
You don't belong in space. Winston does.
This is stupid. Sorry.
I'm sorry for him. Winston, I believe you can fly.
Well, that was sure interesting. Oh, this just in. News correspondent Heather W.
Breaking news! A robot has traveled back in time from the future to tell us a very important message. Robot, can you hear me?
I am a robot from outer space. I have come from the future to share a secret message. In this case, Winston must be brought to space to save all of mankind. Winston must be sent to space to save mankind. Winston must be sent to space to save mankind. Mankind! Mankind!
Thank you, robot from the future, for blowing my mind. Now Winston must leave us. Winston must go to space. And Winston must save the world.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words have forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned, too late, they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Godspeed, Winston, concrete cowboy, over on this side.
Winston, he's gone to outer space. He couldn't be here forever. He needs to save the world and all of the inhabitants upon it. Winston, he's gone to save the world. We couldn't expect him to be here forever with his perfect curls. No, Winston.